Hello, everyone. For one of the few times in my life, I feel almost speechless. And for the ones of you who know me well, you know that speechless is not something that happens to me very often, but almost so this time. I'm joining you today to announce to you that after 23 years as the executive director of NSPS and many more years being active in NSPS and in my state society in Virginia, I'm going to be leaving my position as the NSPS executive director in a short time. We're going through the process now of identifying the next NSPS executive director. And I'm sure that we're going to find someone who will do a much better job than I've done. Like a lot of people in my age group, the technology kind of slips by you sometimes. So we certainly will have somebody more savvy at doing those kind of things, that's for sure. But it has been an unbelievable ride for me to be involved in this organization. I've been a licensed surveyor for over 40 years and been involved in surveying societies all of that time. I came to NSPS in 1987 as then the NSPS governor, which some of you will recall that we had a governor structure at one time, representing my home state. And I just sort of fell in love with the whole organization and the idea of interacting with the other people in NSPS is like in no other organization I've ever been involved in. And part of that's because everybody has a common goal overall, and that is to enhance our standing in the world as a profession and as an organization. So having that opportunity, I wanted to do more. I wanted to be a bigger part of it. And so I was fortunate to be Board of Governors Chair in 92, 93, and eventually was president of NSPS in 1998, 97, 98. And then this really strange thing happened. About the time my presidency ended, I was contacted and asked if I would go sit in the desk of the executive director of what was then ACSM, of course, and NSPS was a member organization. And my company was in a position where I could do that. So I said, sure, I can do that for a little while. So I went over and started working as the executive director, got to know more and more people, of course, amongst all of our groups. But what I soon learned was that doing this job was something that I really wanted to do. I felt as though it was important to give back to my profession as much as I could. And so I began to do the job. And it's just been an unbelievable ride, as I said before. We now have a really small staff at NSPS. There are only 4 of us. But we're a really dedicated group. Trish Milburn, Sarah Maggi, and now Christina, who was with us as our finance manager after Bob Jupiter had been here for many, many years. And Christina Lee has come in and taken his place. But you wouldn't find 4 more dedicated people to serving you, our members. And I certainly don't know what I would do without them, that's for sure. And I wish my successor the best in moving forward. And I know that he or she will get all the help they're going to need for doing the job that we need to do as the NSPS staff. One of the things that took place during my tenure here that I'm probably as proud of as anything, and not personally proud, I was a part of it, but it certainly wasn't me that did it, was the fact that all of our members and our state societies, some of whose members weren't members of NSPS, or quite a few of them at the time, pitched in during a really tough time and helped us be a stronger organization. And one of the things that happened to have that occur was our joint membership program. It has been a savior for us, honestly. And so we have so many people across the country to thank for that and allowing us as staff and leadership to do the job that we need to do and be able to have that influence throughout the communities in which we're involved, which include other organizations, the political side, of course. We have a lot of really good people who are part of that. So it's just so mind-boggling for me. I guess I get a little tongue-tied here, but to see where the organization has come and become such a really strong organization because of you, because of members all across the country and the people who have stepped up to be leadership. So here I sit in what appears to be an empty office on the screen. It isn't, of course, but what I've got is a mind full of wonderful memories of all of you and our staff and people I've run across wherever along the way. And a heart full of love for all of you as well. You are family, after all. And so I hold you dear. And I very much appreciate everything that all of you have done to make NSPS stronger and to help us here on staff do our job, along with our consultants. We have a great government affairs team, as I mentioned. They do a great job. But you provided support, you provided feedback, you provided ideas, you've been dedicated to the cause. Anything that had to do with our organization and our profession, you've stepped right up and done a tremendous job. I just look at some of the things that have happened through that period of time, the educational system that's now in place to prepare young people to become licensed professional surveyors is amazing. And you've made that happen, not only through us, but certainly with us. And of course, that friendship that's out there is something that will last forever. At least it will for me. Countless numbers of people that I can call friends, and all of you are friends, some more so because we're more personally connected, but I just look forward to being able to do whatever I might be able to do to assist in SPS and going forward. I'm going to be going away to the mountains where I grew up and being close to family. I now have 2 great grandchildren as of yesterday, and they're going to live close to us. And just seeing people that I grew up with and sort of being back home. But at the same time, because of the technology we have today, I'll still be able to be involved at some level. And so, again, thank you for your support. Thank you for all the interactions, the collaborations. Sometimes I think, when I think back on my tenure here and what I've done, sometimes I think, as we say in the South, some people may look at the effort and say, well, bless his heart, he did the best he could. And I hope that's true. I hope that you feel as though I've done the best I could, because it was always my intention.